Yo, what up, is Don?
Samuel here.
We, of course, are the Soul Brothers. Thanks for tuning in. As usual, let's take a look at the new Curry 302 by UA Under Armour. Shouts out to them.
And now they're out on the site. So if you guys want to cop a pair, we'll leave a link in the description box. But let's get started right off with the tracciones. So, what are we calling this? Just lines? It's multi-directional.
Yeah, it's just multi-directional. Let's just call it rectangles. I don't know. There's some rectangles in there. It's multi-directional.
Yes.
Pretty deep grooves and really soft.
Yeah, pretty damn soft. So, outdoor use probably not recommended.
Yeah.
But I feel like it should be okay though, because it's not crazy soft like the PG2.
Yeah.
It's I would say it's on the softer side though.
And it's real deep.
Yeah, and it's pretty damn thick. So outdoor you should be okay. But how is it on the clean court? Clean court, it's not bad. I would say actually the traction is very similar to the PG2. It's not squeaky at all. It's a very silent traction. We, as you guys know, we like to have a little bit of squeak in our traction.
I mean, these are dead ass silent.
Dead ass silent, yes. Doesn't mean performance is bad if it's not squeaky. We like to have squeaky tractions. But on the clean court, I would say it's a little bit better than PG2. And PG2 is not horrible at all, but it's definitely a little lackluster. But I would say it's a little bit better of a stop than the PG2. So if you guys have played in the PG2, then that's basically the stopping power on a clean court. Dust, I mean, it didn't really affect.
Yeah, that's a weird. I was just thinking about that. Like, the dust wasn't really that much of a problem.
Yeah.
It's just not a crazy bite.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of a weird setup there, but
yeah, this shit is, look at it, it's super dirty.
Yeah, super dirty, but like never really slipping out. Yeah. Okay, but just never like a really gnarly bite. But exactly. Doable as far as traction goes.
Definitely. So it's not gonna be on top tractions list at all. But it's pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. You're gonna be stopping dust. Not really. You never really slip out or anything, which is also very good.
Yeah.
So traction was actually pretty good. Moving on to the cushion, I believe this was a mix of charged and micro G in the heel. That's what it says on the website. It didn't really specify what's in the forefoot, but maybe EVA or maybe they extended the charge or micro G all the way into the forefoot. We're not sure. We're just gonna tell you how it feels. Very soft. I mean, very soft. Yeah, there's a good amount of compression, and you can actually feel the compression.
Yeah.
Just by touching it with your, squeezing it with your hands. Heel to toe transition is very smooth.
Yeah, not clunky at all.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
And just like walking around in it feels pretty soft.
Yeah, Under Armour usually does their insoles pretty nice too, so stepping comfort is usually nice.
Exactly.
But you also feel pretty low to the ground,
yes.
which is nice. You were feeling some bottoming out though.
Exactly. Yeah. So just playing in it felt good. Impact protection seemed to be good. There was a nice soft little compression, stuff like that. But when I did like a really hard landing, especially in my heel, I felt it bottom out just a little bit, and
yeah, it's not the craziest impact protection for sure.
Yeah, like when you have like a really hard landing though. But like it's soft and there's a nice compression. The impact protection seems to be nice when you're just like not going that hard, I would say. But if you're really balling, you're gonna be going hard,
Yeah.
So my feet did hurt, especially my heel while I was playing these. And also like kind of in the forefoot too. So impact protection, like when doing hard landings, was not great. But just like walking around and there's a nice soft compression as well. So, and very responsive. No really lag in the cushion at all. So cushion setup's alright. It's just like my feet did hurt, and if you're like an older guy or you need impact protection, this shoe is you should probably stay away from this shoe. Mm-hmm. So but what about you?
Yeah, I was pretty good. The other thing is it's like kind of like it's not like a very supportive midsole. It's very, but that makes a nice heel to toe transition, and it makes it like it's pretty flexible. There's not like a there is a midfoot shank, I would think, but it's not like some shoes are crazy stiff, which I kind of like this.
Look at that.
I kind of like that.
Really?
I like to be able to step easy. I don't need a ton of recoil, but that's subjective.
Yeah, like like LeBron 10.
Yeah.
Like how it's full length zoom and you can't.
Yeah, you can't even barely move it.
Yeah. So, all right, moving on to the material / upper. They were calling it their max premium material, and it's kind of like a neoprene material, but I would say it's a good amount more supportive. It feels really nice. There's a tiny bit of stretch to it, so when you put it on, you slide your foot in, it stretches over your foot, and the fit makes it makes the fit a lot more comfortable. And of course, in my first impressions, I said that support I don't think was gonna be too good. Lateral containment didn't seem to be affected, but like it didn't feel like the most supportive upper. So there was a little bit of stretching everywhere in the shoe. Nothing too crazy or horrible, but I just felt it a little bit, and I'm pretty light, so I feel like if you're a bigger dude, you're definitely gonna feel the material stretch just a little bit more than your other more supportive materials, right?
Yeah, not your strongest upper for sure, but it does make it soft and cozy.
Yeah, I mean it's super
stepping
soft.
in it. You know, this material, although it's like a max preen or whatever they're calling it, it feels like a synthetic suede. Almost like a very, very fine suede.
Yeah.
And then you have this stretchy material right here for the tongue and kind of on the medial side, which is nice. I'm not really mad at the materials.
Yeah, and they have your Achilles pillows as well in the ankle area, which feels really nice as well. Yeah, I like the materials as well. If you just strictly materials and not going on support or anything, materials are actually pretty nice. I mean, in hand though, it feels a little cheap, like synthetic suede, but on foot, it's thin, soft, comfortable, conforms to your foot. So materials, pretty damn nice. Moving on to fit, this shoe has a weird ass fit. So I went true to size. There was a little, like basically like a couple of millimeters of length for me lengthwise, which I thought it was good, and then like the fit seemed to be good. Like I felt the max preen stretch over my foot and stuff like that when I first got it, but then I started playing in it and I was starting to like swim around in it, you know, and so I was like, what the hell, like this is horrible. I really did not want to play in these. So then I added an extra insole in it to bring me up and make the shoe a lot tighter of a fit for my foot. And once I did that, it stretched the shoe out like pretty much to the max, and it didn't stretch out as much anymore. So support seemed to be a little bit better when I did that. So I don't know, man. It didn't...
I didn't do that, and I almost lost my toe. I messed my toe up bad. So the forward containment was really bad, just because it like loosened up so much. And I'm just going off with no insole, right? You can add an insole, but I mean. So the fit is definitely weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the LeBron 13. It's a one booty upper, and you really can't tighten here in the midfoot and forefoot that much. It kind of like scrunches up a little bit, but it really doesn't tighten it as well as a tongue would for us. So it's kind of weird how the fit is. I'm not really sure what to recommend. Because lengthwise I was pretty good true to size. I maybe I could have gone down half a size, but I feel like that would have been a little too tight lengthwise for me, because it was like a few millimeters, you know. So
I did go down half a size, and it was I maybe shouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
you know?
So I feel like true to size, but like it's pretty wide. So I mean, it's pretty, what do you call it? There's a good amount of toe space here in the toe area, so I guess you can add an insole if you would like to make it a little bit tighter. So just watch out for that. So fit and also width-wise, I would say it's pretty narrow. You know, like most curries are. So
which is weird because you got to put an insole in.
Yeah.
It's just a weird contraption.
Exactly. So there's fit. Moving on to support and lockdown. Lockdown and support. I mean, lockdown seemed really good. I didn't have any heel slippage or anything. My foot felt locked into the shoe, but then I guess like. I don't know, the support in the materials didn't seem to be all that great. I could, like, lateral containment wasn't bad though. I mean, the rubber comes up and stuff, but I just felt a little bit of like moving the material stretching a little bit while I was playing. So nothing horrible, but I feel like if you're a little bit bigger, I mean, it wasn't a huge deal for me. You know, I just felt it a little bit. If you're a huge guy, you're definitely gonna feel it a little bit more, you know? Yeah, and also the ankle sucks. I mean, this is not supportive at all. It really doesn't do anything. And also, I rolled my ankle pretty bad in this shoe while I was wearing an ankle brace. So, yeah, ankle support didn't seem to be the best. They maybe should have left it low. I don't know. It really doesn't do anything for your ankle. So, there's that. Moving on to the weight.
It seemed pretty light. It felt pretty light on foot, which is nice.
10.83 on the very light side of shoes, and it's a high. So yeah, that's super light. Does it feel like? Yeah, definitely. Is it responsive while you're playing, yeah. Traction could be a little bit better, but it's not horrible. Cushion is responsive, and the materials aren't bad. I mean, lateral containment is good, but it stretches just a little bit, so there is a little bit of lag there, but still a pretty responsive feeling shoe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Moving on to ventilation, it wasn't too hot.
Yeah, I wasn't really noticing anything too hot, so pretty good there. Durability, I don't know.
Durability, I feel like it should be pretty good.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. UA is usually pretty good with durability. Yeah, the only thing is the rubber's a little soft, so we're not sure how long these would last, with heavy outdoor use, but so there's that. Moving on to, and plus the compression marks in the cushion. Sammy hates that. And there is some.
Do you mind it?
I really don't care.
Really?
No, but
it looks so bad.
Really?
Yeah, I really don't like how it looks. It just makes it look so much older than it is.
Yeah, it's definitely better to not have it.
Yeah.
But that's also signs of wear.
Yeah.
So the compression, too many compression marks. The cushion might bottom out sooner than later. Aesthetics. We kind of flamed these when we first saw them.
Yes.
When we saw your boy Steph wearing them, but in person they do look a little bit better to me. I still don't love them, but.
And seeing it on foot looks a little bit better as well. But tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics of this shoe down in the comment section below. Wrapping things up, this is $100, pretty damn cheap.
Wait.
Yeah, it's basically a budget model. So how did it perform? It performed okay. I would say I didn't mind playing it. It was pretty nice playing it. While I was playing these, I never had the thought of like, oh, I don't want to play in these.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, besides like the first time I was playing it with the crappy fit and stuff. But once I fixed that, it wasn't bad, and I would say it was pretty enjoyable playing these. But it's not going to be my rotation, and I don't think it's like one of the best performing models of this year. But if you're definitely looking to save money, it is $100, and you like how it looks, I guess, and you like soft cushion, pretty nice materials, you want a responsive shoe, and you like Steph Curry, then this is not a bad option.
Yeah, definitely not a bad option. I wasn't too mad at all. For $100, I'd say you could even cop them if you like the way they look.
But there are other shoes at $100 that are like pretty much, in our opinion, better.
Yeah,
or if not the same type of performance. Mm-hmm. So yeah, not too impressed as far as like performance goes, but it gets the job done pretty well. So just take into account like the cons of the shoe that we said, and if that's a big deal to you, either cop it or don't cop it. But anyways, if you do want to cop, we'll leave a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.